Hey, welcome to our study of Luke chapter 10. What a joy it's been to walk through the Gospels together. We begin in Luke chapter 4 with the proclamation that Jesus fulfills all that God has had in plan for mankind. And now we begin to culminate in chapter 10. There are times when you study the Scriptures and all of a sudden you get beyond the mere words, you get beyond the ideas, you get beyond the theological themes, and you just have this huge desire to literally put into practice what is being written in the Scriptures. That is essentially what chapter 10 looks like. By the time you get to chapter 10, the message of the gospel has begun to expand through the apostles. And in chapter 10, verse 1, Jesus sends out 70 disciples into all the community to present the good news, to heal the sick, and to announce the kingdom of God is near. That word near means literally close at hand, geographical closeness. To be able to go into your world and say, Jesus is near, is a wonderful reality. And so as you begin to look at the text, you get beyond all of a sudden just the theology, and you begin to feel the practice of what it's like to take that message into all the world. And you find yourself wanting to be one of that crowd that takes the message into all the world. As you do that, you will ultimately come to the end of chapter 10, verse 17 through 24 that we're looking at today, where eventually the seven return to Jesus and absolutely with joy have to tell Him everything that has happened in their lives since they were sent out. I want you to know, when you choose to be sent out by Jesus, ultimately there will be a moment where you'll have to come back and tell those around you what God has been doing, how He's been at work, what resources He has provided, how gloriously things have happened. In fact, Jesus told them, I saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning as you were doing your work. It's a glorious experience. The very things, Jesus said, that the kings of our world and the prophets of our world wanted to see, you have literally seen and heard. And it has been the glorious will of the Father that I would make known the gospel to you, and you would literally take that into all the world. That the word of the gospel would not come necessarily through the wise and intelligent, but through babes like me and you. And so the calling upon us in chapter 10, perhaps is not to have a greater understanding, but to take that message literally into the world with our own feet and with our own mouths and experience the joy of coming back and telling, look what Jesus has done. Would you accept in this season not only the challenge to understand the gospel, but literally to put it into practice, to carry it with your feet and your mouth into the world, so that chapter 10:17 might become a reality and you would return with joy. Thank you for the opportunity to continue to look at Luke's gospel. And thank you today for joining us for just the meat and potatoes.